About standard deviation. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Standard deviation. We're also going to want to come up with the standard deviation. So we want the standard deviation of the whole thing. So that symbol sigma is representing the population standard deviation. So guess what we do there? It's always different. There's always a formula for standard deviation. No difference here. You're going to love this formula. We're going to say S equals, S is going to be our approximation of the standard deviation for linear regression lines. And so here's a picture of what we're finding, this part. So that's one reason why I wanted to draw it. So that's what we're finding when we're looking for this for the whole population. And that is S equals, and it's the same way we did residuals way back, but I doubt that you recall. It's the sum of all the residuals squared. You probably remember us drawing the squares. Divided by, did anyone recall what we divided by? It was kind of a surprise.
N minus 1.
It wasn't n minus 1, but it was one of those weird ones. But you were close. N minus 2.
Oh.
And they said the reason it is beyond the scope of our brains. No, they said of this book.
Of our brains.
So, all right. So that is S. So keep that under your hat.
Under our P hat.
Under your P hat.
That's a square.
All right. So let's go on. I'll give you the theory for a confidence. Maybe I won't. Let's just go and do a liner. And we'll bring out we'll do an interval probably on Monday and a test. So we won't get through our packet, but that's all right. I didn't expect to. Let's practice. I'd like to practice the helicopter experiment. Do I have NEA on your packet?
What?
Do we have NEA? What's NEA?
Oh.
What's NEA?
Non.
Non? Non. MK. What's NEA?
Non-extra.
Non-exercise.
Activity.
Activity. All right. So fidgeting, eating, walking.
I thought it was a
everything
statistic
we do that is
thing.
not
I know. I thought
labeled
that was
as exercise.
like we script.
So they noticed. I need you. I'll read this to you while you start putting the data in your calculator. So we're going to do a liner test to see the rest of our day. We're going to take time and fight with our calculators and try to pass liner on the end for NEA. The reason I do NEA instead of the helicopters, we will do the helicopters too. It's just a little easier to understand because it is. Take my word for it. All right.
Wait,
so we're going to stat, edit, L1.
What goes in L1?
You're going to do the NEA change. And then L2 will be the fat gain.
Where are we at?
We are
Down
on
here?
NEA, yeah. We're going to train you to do liner check on this data. So we have to get it in our calculators first. L1 starts with 94, and notice there's 2 columns of LEA change, 2 rows. So how many total? 3, 6, 7, 16 total. Do you see how they divided the chart? All right, MK, get it in there, except go find your L1 for me. You're there at a smart college. Have someone find your L1 for you. Go to the stat department and ask them to find your L1.
Then L2 you want us to put?
Fat gain. Did you get 16 values?
I don't think so.
All right, they matched. Got them both in?
Yeah.
All right, so just hold on to your hat. Hold on to your P hat. And see if we can tease that out of it. All right, so let's try to find a scatter plot. So we go to second y equals, remember the stat plot, Turn number 1 on, and if any of the others are on, turn them off.
Do you put for Y list, do you put L2 or do you leave it as L1?
The X list is L1, the Y list is L2.
Okay. Right.
And make sure, I have some plots that are on, so
Ooh.
make
So
sure.
after we fill in all the things, what do we do?
Stat plot, which is second Y equals. Yay, how quick is that? All right. And turn off any plot that's on except L1, plot 1. Put in plot 1 and tell it
The dotty one?
yeah, the dotty one.
Is this right?
Tell it X list L1. And so what is that saying to you about exercise and fat gain?
It has a negative slope, so
Right,
there's
so-
a negative association.
So what's meaning what? So as what
That,
goes up, what goes down?
Oh man, I hate this.
Hold on, I got this. So if X is L1 and L1 is NEA, then when you increase your NEA,
Right.
the fat, you will lose
Goes
fat.
All right, does that make sense?
It makes more sense when you
more
think about it in a
activity, fat
practical
gain goes
sense.
down. So it should make sense. Did you get it, Brian?
I got this graph.
Let me see.
Look
I
at
don't know
this
what it means,
graph.
but I got a
All
graph.
right, that's the
They're very
graph
mad
of
at
all
you.
the points you just did.
She's not gonna be in
Like you
trouble.
notice mine.
Although I missed last week, so it's kind of okay.
See, mine doesn't fit in the screen. Did you show her
Should I
the
zoom in?
graph?
I'm gonna zoom in on yours.
Mine's wrong. So
Oh,
you
wrong.
see
Don't do
mine,
that.
Brian? It's only a
Alright,
portion.
look, I'll show you mine.
The book says if I
Nice.
hit, I just give you this
Just
clue
a
if that
little.
happens to you. If you go to Zoom and hit Z stat,
Yeah, that's what I did.
okay, Zoom stat. It should, and then now they all show up. Okay. So
So
what
does this
that's
graph
what we're
mean?
checking for liner. Does it look like there is a moderate linear relationship to this
Yeah.
data? It's following
It's
a
moderate.
pattern, but it's not a strong line. I'd say it's moderate, but we're okay with that. And I've seen them accept even with a weak linear
Exactly,
relationship.
so it
looks
doesn't matter,
like.
it's always linear. Yes.
All right, be that way. Okay, so now that's L. So every time you have to do these tests, you've got to look at some data. I'll tell you though, a lot of times they give you the graphs. So that's sweet. All right, I'm just training you now in case they don't. Independence, so was this a sample? Let's scan that. We never read the material.
Yes, it's a sample.
It is?
Yes. it's a
All right,
random
so 16 times 10. Well, was it 16? Yeah, 16 times 10, there's at least 160 people with NEA.
Wow.
All right, normal. All right, now I have to recall for you how to do a residual plot. So, let us embark. L1 has the, all right, so I'll write this down. Residual plot. L1 is in L2. L3, what we need to know is your calculator's best fit of the line. And we're going to put that, a form of that in L3. So we've got to go, you've done this before. One variable statistics, so where's that? Under stat? No, where
Calc,
is
get a stack calc.
stat calc? One variable statistics, or would it be two variable? Anyone recall?
No idea.
It looks like we have two variables, right? I'm gonna
Let's
get
try it
two.
both ways.
All right. All right, when I hit two variable statistics, I get X list L1, Y list L2. I leave frequency list blank and then calculate.
Mine doesn't say anything. It just says two variable stats. Like it doesn't give you the option to put like L1, L2 in. I just press enter and it gave me
Okay,
numbers.
well, let's see if we get the same numbers.
So how do we do
So-
residuals again?
So then do you go back to L?
I'm just
Look at
going
this
down to
graph.
see if I get, I didn't get what I needed.
What do you need?
I need A and B. All right, so that was a flub. All right, let's go back and do second. Brian, we're going stat calc, one variable statistics.
There's also a linear regression.
Yeah, where's that? Where's
Do
that?
you want A plus BX?
Yeah.
It's 8.
Where is that?
8.
Under two variables? Does
So
this
it's
say?
not under 2 variables, it's its own thing.
Where is it? Oh, that's it. You got it, MM. Thank you. All right, so hit two variable, well, hit stat, go to calc, and it's not one variable, it's not two variable. It's all the way down.
And then right.
And we don't want the one that, yeah, we
plus
want,
BX.
what number do we want? Number 8? A
Do
plus
L1,
BX.
L2.
I don't think it asked. Did it ask?
Doesn't
It
matter.
just gives you A, B, R.
You got 3.5.
So, Brian, we went to stat edit, and we went to stat calc, and we went down that menu. We didn't have to tell it L1 or L2. And then we hit number 8, where it was linear
Yeah.
regression.
That's what I did. And then.
Oh, there it says L1, L2, yeah.
L1,
L1,
L2?
yeah. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, I only get A and B.
You don't get R squared and R?
No.
I got it, and I'm just gonna calculate it. Yeah.
Enter,
What are you trying to say?
graph,
Just
What are you trying to say about my
no,
calculator?
enter.
Seriously though, look, if this is all I got.
Stat calc.
Like I do stat, calc, I do number 8, that's lin reg A plus BX,
Mm-hmm.
and I put in L1,
That's
comma
weird.
L2.
Alright, so what'd you get? MM for A?
I didn't. Don't put in
And
L1, comma L2. Just put it in.
-0.00.
Put what in?
Just don't even put in L1, L2. Just click enter.
Alright, so are you getting A
Same thing.
equals
Really?
3.5 and B equals negative 0.0034?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Brian, yours did it?
Yeah, I mean that's all it did though. I didn't get R or anything.
Yeah, I don't have an R on that screen. I think we could turn it on with the catalog, but we don't need it. So let's go ahead and, that's gonna go, do you recall? You go back to stat edit, go over to the top of L3, and you're going to say negative 0.00, right in the column heading, negative 0.0034 plus 3.5 L1.
Oh man.
You gotta type that in
Yeah,
your
and
column
isn't
heading.
L4 like subtracting something?
Right, I knew you would know. Alright, can you get that into the column heading of L3? So you gotta go up into the top of that column where it says L3.
Wow. Sorry.
Then L4 is the actual residual, so it's going to be the difference. It's going to be L2 minus L3. Alright, finally, we're going to graph that. So we're going to, this time we're going to go back to stat plot, and we're going to turn off plot 1. I don't want to lose plot 1, but I want to turn it off. And I'm going to go to plot 2.
How do you just do, I don't get how you do L3. You have to calculate all of them?
No, it filled them in for you.
So you go back to make another graph, X,
I did.
It didn't fill them in for you?
Do you rename L3 to that?
Yeah.
so X
Up in the
becomes
column
L2
heading.
and Y list becomes L3.
No. On L4, you go up in the heading and you say L2 minus L3. Up in the heading. And now we're going to go back to
Alright, go
stat plot, turn off plot 1, turn on plot 2,
Mm-hmm.
and
This is what it gives me.
turn on plot 2, and we're going to tell it,
L3 and L4.
I don't think so. I think it's L1 and L4.
Oh, true. I kind of remember that.
Alright. I only get a spot for 1 though.
Ta-da.
Okay. That doesn't look like a residual
I
plot.
know.
Okay. What did you hit under L2? I mean plot 2.
Oh, mine looks weird.
See, it should be a scattered thing.
Well, could you do like a different
Yeah.
line?
I got it.
Yeah. Which one did you pick from theirs? The first one?
Yeah, the
You did?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You do histogram.
Why are we doing?
Nope, you
Why
cannot
are we
do
doing this now instead of back when we're actually working on the
We have to pass linear in order to go forward.
So Brian's
so.
saying, how come we are learning this at the very end of the year instead of back when we were doing linear?
That's a good question.
So
Why
do we
is it
do we
this
pass
order?
N?
Maybe we weren't
So
ready
we get
for
scratched. What
it.
do we do with it?
Because we're doing tests and confidence intervals, we wouldn't have known that. All right,
Alright.
we'll
So
have to
now-
work on that.
I'll keep this safe in my
I
calculator.
got it. Wait a minute. Graph.
Alright.
See, how come mine
So we get
works?
this graph. What does that mean?
Because you're the best.
No, I just put the same thing in you did.
Maybe it's the
We'll
calculator.
figure it out.
All right.
Bye.
All right. No homework.
No
Because
homework,
we're
you
not
hear that?
Yes.
Not at a
Well,
spot where we can do anything.
You have
Yeah.
homework because you
I
have to
know,
watch
it's
this
the
video.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Finish the test.
Bye.